Hello. So, I've been scrolling through YouTube, not sure what to make a video on. No crazy game-breaking leaks, like vehicle leaks, sure, whatever. I think the Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone vehicles were fine. I don't think they need to be changed. It's not like GTA where it's known for its cool driving and good story. It's known for shooting people. I thought, I see people making videos listing things they want to be in Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to take that one step further and state what needs to be in Modern Warfare 2. My opinion is almost never 100%, so don't take this as me being egotistical. The most noticeable thing in Modern Warfare 2019 that, in my opinion, needs to be gone is skill-based matchmaking, also known as SBMM. SBMM was introduced as something crazy huge in Modern Warfare 2019. And if you don't know about it or what it is somehow, you'd have to be living with like Patrick Star or something. Either way, basically it's the thing that makes it so whenever you do good in a game, it puts you at people of your skill level. Every match it has to disband the lobby and put you in a new one to make sure you are in lobbies of your skill bracket. That means there's no goofing off for hours on end with friends, making enemies like the camper sit in a corner every single game, teaming up on said camper, raging at someone, having rivalries, none of that. None of the peaceful conversations that were a rarity either. Basically, it killed the meme and actual thing known as COD lobbies. Anyway, these are gone. It makes the game much less replayable because it's just you, yourself, going for kills or challenges or camos, whatever, without any other incentive to play. I don't like that very much at all. And if you didn't experience old COD lobbies, you're missing out. That's my opinion. Remember, my opinion. I don't know why Activision isn't removing it. They've heard the negative reception from old fans, such as myself, and very little positive reception from people in general. Most people against removing SBMM say, "You just want a pub stomp." Yes, that is exactly what I want to do. You know you do too. Jokes aside, no, not really. Less high-skilled players can leave that lobby anytime they want and join a lobby with players more their skill level. It's not like SBMM is actually bringing new players in. As outsiders think of COD recently as something like FIFA, the same game, and having bad mechanics like SBMM. The mechanic made to bring in new players is scaring them away. Activision, change it. They're not gonna. Anyway, I know it's not leaving anytime soon. Maybe it can be toned down. My other problem is, why do the lobbies have to disband? Why? Why can't I just stay in the lobby I want to be in that was suited for my skill bracket? That if I like the lobby, stay in it. And if I don't, I can find a new lobby, and then in the matchmaking for that lobby, it piles up the stats and finds a new lobby suited for me. Maybe it's because matches would take a while to find in that case. I'm no expert, but my solution seems like pretty valid to me. The maps in Modern Warfare 2019 were questionably made. You could see the layout was extremely weird. Many of the maps looked realistic, yeah, they looked pretty good. They looked realistic. They looked like something I'd see in real life. And that came from not having to stick with the 3-lane structure. There was no gameplay to them. People spawned at weird places due to not having a good structure. No proper sides. You weren't learning the gameplay. There was no learning spawns. There was none of that. You just went with the flow. The game played slow. Included in this map design section, I'll talk about doors and the lighting. It was so terrible. It was like every January in a school year. No solution to the boredom and the rage. Because of these two things, the maps either one went silent or you died to some camper. There's some random reason people don't see this as a problem, even though camping used to be looked down upon back in the older days of COD, like Black Ops 2. The doors had no way to be opened unless you opened them yourself or bashed through them yourself. They couldn't be shot through unless they were a wooden door, which most of them were not. They couldn't be broken. They couldn't be opened by explosives. Even if they could be closed immediately again. So there ended up being campers behind these doors. Yeah, camping was obviously a big problem in Modern Warfare 2019. A whole section of the map that you can only access by going in that goddamn door was blocked by a camper. You come up with a solution, of course. You'll bust through that door and bunny up to the side so that the camper cannot kill you. And your plan fails as there was a claymore. Okay, you'll try again. Surely there won't be another. You die to another claymore. Wow, wow, wow. It's almost like there's a little pattern here. As he spawned with 2 claymores. You try 2 more times. He had a munition box and completely restocked on claymores. No, that's fine. Now he doesn't have any more claymores. You bust through the door. He's gone. You do not see him. He's invisible. You look around with your 57 sensitivity. You Joe Owen around here just slide canceling randomly in this small closed environment. Can't see him anywhere. Then you get shot by a 725. He was in the corner all along. The corner was so dark, combined with his skin, probably like a rose skin or something, that you could not see him. Now, you keep trying over and over, till you finally kill him. After you switch corners, place tons of claymores, all that, you finally kill him. Now later, you're playing, you die. So you respawn, you're like, okay, I'm going back. The cycle begins again. You see the problem here? The next issue is time to kill. I was watching YouTube. Jev uploaded going back to Blackout, and he made a great point. Lower TTK promotes a worse playstyle, or ratty in his terms. Now, it's definitely not as bad as a problem of something like SBMM, but it's a problem in my eyes. Like, no matter what, even if it's nothing as crazy as SBMM, it's still somewhat of a problem. If the TTK is super low, enemies have no chance if you shoot them in the back or catch them in surprise, as they'll die instantly. Even when they do react to you, you have the first shots on the enemy and there's no chance for the person who was flanked or camped on to survive the encounter. So players are obviously going to take advantage of that. Like, why wouldn't they? That's what happened in Modern Warfare 2019, obviously. Now, this is a better problem to be addressed in something like Warzone 2 instead of the multiplayer, as the TTK has always been a bit fast in the multiplayer, but still want to talk about it. Now, the footstep audio and the minimap, this is probably the second worst thing that I'm stating in this little Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2 problems, things that can be fixed in Modern Warfare 2 from Modern Warfare 2019. It's not as bad as SPMM in my opinion, but it's almost as bad. Porting the bad map design, doors and lighting, there's the footstep audio and the minimap. The minimap does not show where people are when they shoot in Modern Warfare 2019. They instead want you to use this weird compass thing above your head. So campers who have killed your teammates don't show up when they do so. If you decide to help your teammates, you don't even know where the camper is. Now, you might say this can be countered by kill cams, but what if you're in hardcore? What if the camper moves location to like a new camping spot? What do you do? What do you do? I want to know, me personally. You don't know where they are, but you have the solution. Just like the last little section I just had. You think you have a solution. One of those trusty things known as a UAV. But then you realize the camper has ghost. Great. You cannot find them still. Let's say you do find out where the camper is after oh so long. The camper can hear you from a mile away from your footsteps. The footstep audio in Modern Warfare 2019 is so realistic, you can tell even if the enemy is on your level in a building. I think all these problems should be fixed, every single one of them. With Ghost working like it does now in Warzone, at least I'm pretty sure it works like this now, where you have to move so that it actually works. And along with this footstep problem, dead silence should be a perk. Then you would not be able to hear the enemies coming by footsteps if you were a camper. You can't hear the footsteps, although people have said, but you need to add a counter to that. And that is a good point. At least it would be. How about Infinity Ward just turns down the footstep audio so that dead silence isn't needed as a perk. That's balanced, right? Huh? Understand why they won't do it, but it's whatever. I believe with all these changes, Modern Warfare 2 could be not a good game, but a great game. One of the best Call of Duties in history, joined together with a good campaign, Spec Ops, just like the old games. Everyone would be hyped to come back to COD. Media, people would be talking about how good it is. Old fans would come back. Don't think Modern Warfare 2 is gonna be horrible. I'm gonna play it anyway, but I'm thinking it can be so much better if they just listen to us. It's whatever. I personally think the best thing COD could do currently is make one game that they update consistently with all the fan favorite maps, all the fan favorite guns, the best features from each game, new guns and new maps, and just tons more. Or people would come back for that, I'm sure. And yeah, anyway, like, subscribe, and see ya.